We have some major updates of mixed martial arts, starting with the news. Donald Trump clears Khabib Nurmagomedov is his favorite UFC fighter. Back at the UFC 302 event, where Khabib met Trump and had a brief conversation.
50 times. Thank you, man. I don't know. I got a little girl I love, and I gotta see. I think this could be ending. Well, if it.
Now, Trump recalled this moment and shared what their conversation was about. He also made it clear that Khabib is his favorite UFC fighter.
I know you're a UFC fan, right?
Yeah.
Who are like your favorite fighters?
Well, I think Khabib, I mean, how good is Khabib? Do you know who Khabib is? Khabib was 29-0, and then his father died and he stopped. But I think he never lost, I don't think he ever lost a round. Like,
wow.
He fought many times, he never lost like a round. And I thought he was I got to meet him at a fight 2 fights ago, because I walk in with Dana. Sometimes I do this walk in. No, we get big applause. We walk in together.
It's crazy. You shut it down.
No, I met Khabib though, and he was very, you're the man that can stop the war, because he's talking about the war with Ukraine, Russia.
Of course.
Because he knows they're his people. I mean, on both sides, right? There's so many people dying in that war, and the whole culture is being destroyed. You know, the cities are coming down. They're just pouring bombs in, and it was amazing. We weren't talking about fighting. We were talking about a different kind of fighting, a much worse kind of fighting. And he was very concerned about that whole thing, that war. He said, you can get it stopped, and I can get it stopped. I will have that stopped before I assume. I will. If I win the election, the first thing I'm going to do is get Putin and get Zelensky. I know them both very well, and get them to make a deal, because it's crazy.
It is.
It's crazy.
It is.
So it seems like Jake Paul is expressing both admiration and a critical stance towards Dana White. He acknowledges his respect for White, saying that he appreciated White's speech at the Republican National Convention and noting that they share many common views, but Paul also highlights a key issue he has with White's management, the pay UFC fighters receive. Paul believes that fighters should be compensated more fairly, and this is the main point of his critique. Basically, Paul is saying he respects Dana White and even thinks they agree on a lot, but his main point is that he wants UFC fighters to get paid more. That's all he really cares about.
That's where I applaud the UFC and what they've done for MMA as a sport, and their promotion, production, all of their shit is amazing. Like, people think I
UFC's
hate...
dope.
The best. Yeah, no, people think I hate the UFC. I don't.
I think Dana's hurt by you. I don't know if he's hurt. I love Dana straight
yeah,
up,
but also
guy.
like I didn't
bow down to the Godfather.
But,
yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. But like I also have a lot of respect for like his RNC speech, bro, was amazing. Like we agree on so many things, and I think he has a great side of him. And I'm sure we'd be friends, maybe in this life, maybe in a different life. I just want fighters to get paid more. That's it.
How do fighters get paid right now? What's like the base minimum?
$12,000 a fight. So like even if they fought 4 times a year, that's not enough.
Yeah,
to
but you
support
also
their
get
family.
the purse too if you have the fight of the night. This in the beginning stages when you first sign up. It's all on
like
you too.
Belal Mohammad was welcomed home with great fanfare. So finally, Belal has arrived back home in Chicago for the first time since winning the belt, and people welcomed him with great fanfare recently, a clip of which is going viral on social media. Check this. Sean O'Malley reveals potential future opponents after Merab fight. Currently, O'Malley set to Merab fight. After that, O'Malley said he has several potential opponents for future matches. He lists fighters like Ilia Topuria, Max Holloway, Umar Nurmagomedov, and Davison Figueiredo as possible challenges. He specifically mentions that Figueiredo has shown interest in fighting him, and he's open to moving up a weight class to fight Max Holloway or Ilia Topuria.
I think it's an interesting matchup. O'Malley versus Nurmagomedov. So.
Did Dana say that's what would be next?
No, I haven't really talked to him. Figgy beat Cheeto on the same card. Figgy called me out. That could be next. I don't know. Max versus Ilya is coming up. Would love an opportunity to go up to 45. So Max, Ilya, Nurmagomedov, Figgy. Like I got a lot of options. So I feel like I'll be able to make a call out. Obviously, last fight I beat Cheeto, called out Ilya, didn't get that fight. So just because you win doesn't mean you're gonna be able to pick. But I go out there flatline Merab. I feel like that call out will mean something. Depends what happens. Max and Ilya fight in October.
Conor McGregor goes off on Donald Trump for picking Khabib as his favorite fighter of all time. Trump has mentioned several times that Khabib is his favorite UFC fighter, as we saw recently. But now Conor couldn't tolerate this and got upset with Trump. He also withdrew his support for him. In a series of tweets, Conor said, "Campaign-ending decision, a smelly fat mountain monkey from the inbred mountains of Dagestan is your favorite UFC American company fighter? Wow, abysmal. I was actually wrong. Couple $100 million he is worth, not multi-billionaire. I would have thought USA only would be the mentality here, and what I would want to see out of my president personally, to pick a retired inbred fighter from Dagestan, Russia, who has 3 main events only to his name, is astounding. Over all the American fighters that have backed him. It's a shocking decision. He was caught on the spot. That won't go unnoticed on the roster. This presidential race is very tight right now, more so now. Trump's favorite fighter, here he is in a tiny tub with his fellow inbred pals in Dagestan. Can you spot him? Where's Khabib? Find Khabib. Hashtag they are looking for him. Hashtag they will find him. Conor was a staunch supporter of Trump before this incident. Regarding Trump's support for Khabib, Conor changed his stance. Here's how the MMA community is reacting to all this. Calm down, dude. And he still beats your ass easily. If his favorite UFC fighter is enough to change your mind and vote for Kamala Harris, you're a lunatic. This made me laugh. Stop crying, Khabib owns you. Very bad take, Conor. Supporting someone for being an undefeated fighter, potentially the GOAT and a nice guy when you meet him, is not wrong. Why did you say sorry to him and let him ragdoll you? I miss the old Conor. Will always be a fan of that witty, hungry, positive fighter. This new alcoholic version is entertaining though, but at the same time kind of sad. Shut your mouth, you Irish leprechaun cunt. Saying that isn't gonna end his campaign. Laughing my ass off, you sound salty off. Khabib pummeled you, truth be told. Well, you haven't been in the ring in years, and he only started watching fighting 3 years ago. Make a comeback and change his mind, king. You're a generational hater, gotta respect it at this point. Micheal Chandler said, "Stop it, Conor. If you had half the balls that Donald Trump had, you would have shown up June 29th. Instead, you're normal walking, beer chugging, Austin 316 style at a local fight show, motorcycle rally in South Dakota. A red 100% hashtag MAGA state, by the way." Conor replied, "Bro, he doesn't even know who the you are, LOL. He probably thinks you are a little broke begging arswipe." Recently, an update has emerged regarding the fight between Conor McGregor and Chandler. In response to Chandler's tweet about McGregor criticizing Trump, McGregor fired back, leading to another sharp reply from Chandler. Chandler declared, "Trump knows me, Conor, but that's beside the point. Here's the deal. I will beat your in December. I bet my entire career on it. I'll end the year backflipping over your lifeless body on the canvas." Then McGregor criticized Chandler's previous choice of opponent, calling it abysmal and urging him to be realistic, plus share details about his training plans, revealing that his camp will now be held in Colorado Springs instead of Big Bear due to the superior facilities available where U.S. Olympic athletes train. Confident in his preparation, McGregor humorously warned Chandler that he would be flipped like a pancake by his speed and accuracy. In response, Chandler said that the fight may not happen, implying that McGregor is still struggling to accept the end of his career. Chandler expressed his frustration, noting that he expected McGregor to have moved further along in the grieving process. He concluded with a sarcastic Godspeed, hinting at his disappointment. Conor again replied, "LL okay, lil bro, swapped out handy. Max Holloway, what you at December? The real BMF, you know?" Chandler responded, "Max wouldn't even fight me, let alone you. He wants the title. Don't act like you hold the cards. Swan song incoming." Just a few minutes earlier, Chandler hinted that his fight with Conor would take place at UFC 310, and shortly after this happened, I can't understand what's going on between the two of them. We'll have to wait. Merab Dvalishvili thinks Umar Nurmagomedov is getting special treatment just because he's related to Khabib. Merab believes Umar hasn't really earned his place at the top of the sport and compares it to cheating a bit to get there. Basically, Merab wants to say that Umar hasn't earned his place in the UFC rankings in the same way others have, implying a discrepancy between merit and familial connection in achieving success in the sport.
Yeah, so Umar, let's see, he has a big test now. I know the UFC pushing him, he don't deserve the push like this, but you know, he's a good fighter, but like he beat nobody and he's ranked number 10. Now he's fighting number 2. Even he's gonna win or lose, he's gonna rank number 3 or number 2. again. He has a push because we all know why. He's Khabib's cousin, and he's a good fighter. I have all the respect to him, but only thing is, if Aljamain is telling earn to get here, if I earn to get here, and if Cory Sanhagan earn to get here, or if anybody else earn to get here, Sean O'Malley get pushed and Umar get pushed, so it's a little bit heartbroken when you see sometimes when you're working hard. I wasn't sure if I was getting title fight until 2 weeks ago. After I beat Jose Aldo, I was supposed to fight for the belt. After I beat Peter Yan, I was supposed to fight for the belt. After I beat Henry Cejudo, I wasn't sure. Listen. Yeah, good luck to Umar. And yeah, he's a good fighter, but we'll see. I'm not excited for this fight because I know he get here easy. He's a good fighter, but he get pushed. Yeah, it's like cheating a little bit, to get here. I have 12 fights in UFC. I beat 7 or 8 ranked fighters. Umar